Alright, welcome to the Behind the Motivation series, alright, behind the scenes, the motivation. As you know, these are the things that touch on the different elements we face in life. And mostly the things that I face in life, I feel like I'd like to believe that I face. So, first of all, to every single person who's, commented on the videos, sending me WhatsApp messages, sending me DMs on Instagram, the comments on the YouTube channel itself. Thank you so much for the feedback, man. It means a lot, to know that a lot of you are inspired. But most of all, to say that we're facing the same thing. We're all facing the same situations at the moment, and situations that we feel that people don't understand, but people need to know. That people need to know and to understand and to figure out. But it's a new video. I think it's not going to be as long as the last one because it touches on what I call the Debbie Downer effect. So, first of all, if your name is Demi, if your name is Debbie, then I'm sorry. It doesn't mean you're a downer. It just means you're a very good example for this example. Right, so the Debbie Downer effect, right, is explained as the effect where you're going through the motions. They're very hard to come up from, and everything seems to go downhill, right? Every single thing you feel seems to go downhill. You're never really satisfied. You're never really happy. And that's a phase that I think I'm kind of on right now, but mostly last week. So last week was the last week of February. I had a horrible, I think, last week of February. I really was in my emotions quite a bit last week about a lot of things. There's a couple of people who disappointed me, but as I said in the last video, it's impossible to expect people not to fail you. So some people have disappointed me in some ways, but we cap on. So we cap on meaning we move. Right, that's the motto I've been on lately. Something I've been campaigning a lot on my Twitter page, especially, that we move. The most important thing is to take our L's, do what we need to do, and we move. Right, that's a very important thing. So, as I was saying, the Debbie Downer effect. So last week, I think probably from Sunday, I was in my feels about a lot of stuff. I'm not going where I want to be, if that makes sense. I'm not really catching what I want to catch. So yes, the Debbie Downer effect does really, for me, link with dreams, but for other people it links with other things. So like relationships, friendships, life in general, people, parents, society, But for me it links to, I think it links more to my dreams. So I had a bit of a Debbie Downer because I've been overthinking where I should be and setting my goals to a certain year. So every single year I have a time period where I say, by this time next year I'll be doing this or I'll be doing that. For some things it has worked out. For some things it hasn't really worked out the way I wanted to work out. But look, it is what it is. And it works out in its own time. But my point is, yeah. So last week I'm going a bit too much. I'm drifting a bit too much. But my point is, last week I had a really bad week. I felt like I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing enough to further myself so far in this period of I'd like to say freedom that I have, because I have more time this year than I've had, I think, any other year in my life. And I've been so disappointed in myself as to why I'm not where I want to be so badly. I cried. I think I cried on the Sunday. I broke down on Sunday and I cried by myself, and then I realized that this is not going to work. I need to talk to someone. I need to talk to someone who's very close to me. So I went to my mama, and I went to go speak to her about it. It was kind of funny enough, kind of like an argument, kind of like not an argument. So it was like a motivational argument, not really a motivational argument. But anyway, I was crying to her, saying that I told her that I feel like she needs to just kick me out. She needs to kick me out of the house, and I need to find a way on learning how to survive a bit better. Because truthfully speaking, the income or money is not really coming in as quickly as I would expect, But that's because most of the gigs that I would usually do or things like that are usually happening middle of the year, if not end of the year-ish, and not in the beginning of the year so far. We've only just hit March now, so yes, you can't really say it's the beginning of the year, but it kind of sort of is. So yeah, for me, it's because I'm on a path of chasing my dreams and chasing what I need to do, and the things that I want to do for myself because they satisfy me. So I said to my mom, look, I want you to kick me out of the house. Maybe I need to learn how to suffer. Maybe I need to learn, how to go through the motions. Maybe I need to live in my car. Maybe that's what I need to boost myself to do some more. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, for me to do more for myself. And the first thing my mom said to me is, why are you doing that? And I was like, I don't know. Maybe I just need to learn. I'm not doing enough. I was just crying and saying that I'm not doing enough to justify the parent you've been to me. Mostly for me, because one thing I've learned actually in the last couple of weeks is that not everyone's parents are the same. We're going to get into that very soon in something that I call Rex Debates. It's something that's going to be, obviously, that's going to come out this week. It's going to be really phenomenal. We have a lot of episodes and a lot of topics that we're going to discuss on the Rex Debates thing, and it's really exciting. Very diverse panel of people. But yeah, look, I'm sorry I'm getting off track, but that's my point. But anyway, so like she was like, why are you putting so much pressure on yourself? So my mom, and I feel like a lot of people who really do know me have been saying that I put so much pressure on myself to succeed so much. And they're wondering why, especially my mom and my sister. They're wondering why I'm putting so much pressure to succeed and so much pressure that I'm not doing enough. And a bit of it, I think, goes to people and my own type of achievements in life, if I should say that, or So by people, I mean there's certain people out there who like asking me like, dude, what are you doing this year? What are you doing? What are you doing this year? And it's like, okay, this is what I'm doing this year. And it's like, why aren't you finding a job, or why aren't you doing this? And it's like, some of these people, they don't know. Like, you think I'm not trying to find a job. Man, I've been applying to do like so many internships that you could think of, right, in this country. I've been applying to so many things that you can think of that are degree related, actually, not even like career driven, very degree related. And a lot of career driven things, I've realized that unfortunately I need patience. But actually, that's the biggest thing that I want to say with this video, is that I haven't had enough patience. I haven't had enough patience. I expect things to happen like this. And that's the thing with me. I feel like it's also something I gained from high school. Like in high school, I was so good at so many things that things came like this for me. So I expect the same results to come out of my life, where I'm applying for things or pushing for things and expecting them to be, super successes very quickly and at the snap of a finger. Or even with relationships, I feel like it's the problem I have with relationships or women or girls, that I'll like someone and I'll like them that I'm expecting too much out of them sometimes, too quickly. Like I'm expecting them out of the gates to date me, and it's like, you can't have that, bro. You need to learn someone sometimes. You need to learn who I am, and then maybe we can think about where we're going, and let's see if we can try this thing. But you can't really jump into that relationship perspective really quick. You know what I mean? Type of thing. And it's something that I'm starting to learn more and more. Throughout the months. I think in 2018 2019 more than any other year. But yeah, pretty much, I feel like I've lacked patience. I've lacked patience patience to wait for certain things. I've lacked the understanding that unfortunately this journey is my journey, right? It's my journey, not your journey, not our journey. It's my journey, right? My journey, your journey, not the same. Your parents, my parents, not the same. Situational, parenting, not the same, right? I've got many friends who've got their mom and dad with them, right? I got raised by my mom alone. My mom raised all four of us. All four of us. My mom raised all four of us by herself. Our fathers absent in our lives, right? And that's how we've been moving. So our motivation and your motivation won't be the same. And I feel like that's one thing people need to start understanding, right? Is that we're not the same people. What you go through, what I go through, will never be the same. It can have a basic understanding, right? But it will never be the same though. We are different people with different things that happen to us, right? With different situations. I've got friends where they go on holiday every single time. When it's holiday season from varsity or whatever, they're going to another country, to another province, whatever the case may be. I haven't done any of that. I can count probably on my fingers how many times I've gone on holiday, right? If there's any province I've been to the most, it's probably Durban, but I've never been to another country. I've never been to the United Kingdom. I think this year will be the first time I'm going to the UK for any reason, and my mom's really like trying her best to work that out. So for others, they haven't been anywhere. You know, there's people we know out here or people that we don't know that have never even been to a holiday. They've never been to Durban. I'm lucky enough to go to Durban. Some people have never been there. Some people have never gone as far as to another city, let alone like an entire province like KwaZulu-Natal or the Western Cape. So my thing is, our paths are different, right? What I want to do and what you want to do are not the same. So I had someone criticize me the one week saying that, and they're in a different country, but I had someone criticize me and saying that it feels like I'm not trying my best to find a job or something like that. And I was like, no. The thing is, I'm moving in my own way, I'm moving in silence, and I'm finding the best way to find a job. But at the same time, I want to follow my career and my dreams, because for me, I'm not going to do a job for the sake of doing a job because I need money. It's pointless, right? I've done jobs last year where I got really good money, right? Really, really good money for someone my age and for someone who was in varsity and doing so many things. I got good money, but after a while, you're just like, money's not enough. Money's not enough for me to be happy every single day trying to do something, right? I need to be content with what I want to do in life. I need to be content with who I want to be. I need to be content with my dreams, bro. And unfortunately, my dreams and your dreams are not the same. They're never going to be the same. You can try to follow the path I'm following. I can try to follow the path you're following in terms of what you're doing, but it doesn't mean we'll enjoy it the same way. I've got friends who want to be teachers. I've got friends who are teachers. I've got friends who want to be accountants. I've got friends who are about to be in accounting. It doesn't mean because, you know, a certain person is earning 20K after taxes and doing well for themselves that I need to be doing the same. Maybe I don't, because I don't want to be an accountant. He's an accountant, he enjoys it, it makes him money. That's a good thing. But I don't want to live an average life. I don't want to live a life where I feel like money is the most important thing just because I want to provide it for my family. No, I'm at the age of 21 years old, turning 22 actually within next week, where I need to be chasing my dreams that satisfy me and make me happy first before I can think about my family or anyone else that's going to be, you know, happening in my life, like a son or a daughter or whatever. I need to satisfy my dreams. I need to be happy. You know, I need to have lived that stage of my life. Once I've lived that stage of my life, then we can talk about, you know, what I want to provide for my kids, what type of extra things I need to be going into and things like that. And unfortunately, when it comes to support of your path, not everyone's going to support you in your path. Your path is your path and your path alone. Not everyone's going to join you within that. You know, and it does link to the topic of dreams, which, like I said, we will cover in Rex debates and other types of ways on this channel. But same thing, my dreams and your dreams are not the same, and for everyone it takes a bit longer. Right? Eminem got a kid at 15, married his then girlfriend, had fights with her, decided he wants to do music so much, he loved music so much ever since he was like 8 years old. Released his first album, it was a flop. He was contemplating suicide. He was contemplating suicide so badly, which I understand because I've been there where you want to contemplate suicide. You want to contemplate that suicide because you're not where you want to be sometimes, right? But he realized, you know, I need to there's two things that I can do. I can either stay in my bed, sleep all day, be depressed and fall into a certain cycle, or I can come out of it, start creating and see where it takes me. Because in this life, everything goes forward with trying. If you don't try, nothing is going to happen for you. So you need to try to go forward. It's just the way it is. We need to try things, try different types of ways to see where we're going forward. Eminem, what was his way of trying? He did Slim Shady. Slim Shady was a concept of a rapper who can just speak whatever the fuck they wanted to talk about. And it worked out for him. It really worked out for him. Yes, in this current era, a lot of the things he rapped about wouldn't work. But in his era, it worked. It made him money. Right? It made him money. He took 2 albums. They went diamond. You know how hard it is to go diamond with an album. It's very difficult, especially in America. Don't count South Africa. Here, platinum's a joke compared to that side. So, like I said, our paths are just not the same. You can't expect my path to be the same as you. And if you don't support me in that path, that's also fine. I don't hate you for it. I'm okay. I'm moving in my direction. It might take me a bit longer. I might suffer. But the biggest thing with the whole thing is for me to have the support. For me, I have the support of my mom and my sister and my brother and whoever else is in my family. Yes, there's some people who question it. I have my grandmother, I spoke to her yesterday, where she's like, so don't you have a job? Don't you want to do honors? I was like, I don't want to do honors. It's not that I don't want to do honors because I don't want the knowledge or to further my life or anything like that. I don't want to do honors because I'm not in the space right now to learn. I don't want to learn further in my degree. I'm not in that space. And it's okay for me to not be in that space. Damn it, man, I'm stuttering a lot today. But it's okay for me to not be in that space. And it's okay if you don't understand it either. It's fine. There's other things I'm chasing for myself that I want for me. I know what I want. Unfortunately, it's taking very long, and I'm very passionate about it because I know I'm very good at it, right? But unfortunately, it's a belief that I have to keep for myself. Whether anyone else doesn't believe in me, I have to keep it to myself and for myself and make sure that I'm moving. Making sure that I'm moving. There's no other way. I have no other way. I need to move, bro. We cup on. We move. That's the best way to say it. We move. We cup on. So my thing is, when someone asks you, right, what are you doing this year? Give them the basics. Give them a bit of background, but don't give them everything. There's things I'm doing so far that no one knows about because they don't need to know about it. Unless they're close to me and I really need to tell them, then sure. And I won't lie, I'm the type of person who'll take accountability. I've also had that moment where I'm sour when someone doesn't tell me, what they're doing in their life, and then something pops and you're like, oh, why didn't you tell me? Maybe I don't need to tell you. So even I'm accepting that I'm that type of person sometimes. So I'm accepting that not all information needs to be for me anyway. So I think we've gone to 17 minutes again, but whatever. My point is, your path is your path, no one else's path. Only you can follow it. And as you know, money can't always make you happy, guys. Money can't always make you happy. It's your dreams and what you want to do for a living that make you happy. I think me and my friends, we talk about a lot of weird stuff, by the way, but we were saying, if someone gave you 10 million, right, to eat a bowl of crap, are you going to eat it? Because I'm not going to eat it. I can guarantee you now. I'm not going to eat it. I'm not even going to eat it cleanly. I'll probably vomit. So it just shows, and that's 10 million rand, or $10 million even, if you want to go that far. It just shows money is added to that, but why aren't we... Why I'm not willing to do it? Because it's not my dream to be doing that. I know what I want to do to make myself money, but I know what I want to do to make myself happy at the end of the day. And if other people don't understand it, that's okay. Hopefully I find people that understand that and they're happy with it, and we can go forward. So it's just the way it is, But shout out to every single person who's been subscribing to this channel. We're almost at 80 subs. We're going to hit 100 subs very soon. We're not too far off. Thanks for everyone sharing my content. Everyone following me on Instagram at Granite_the_Rex, and also on Twitter at Granite_the_Rex, and on actually Instagram as well at Granite_the_Rex, and also on Facebook for those who've just recently liked my page. Thank you so much for the support, man. It means, for me, it's a big deal. I don't care how many people I need to follow this channel. It's about if you're taking the message to heart and you have a comment to share, like, subscribe, do that. Share your comments. I want to hear what your opinion on, following your path and also how to deal with the Debbie Downer is, right? And my form of dealing with the Debbie Downer was to find out that, it's pointless for me to sit in my bed and cry all day and fall into a pattern I know. Like, I've been into that pattern where I'm sleeping and I'm crying and I'm feeling sorry for myself. Nothing's going to change for you, unfortunately. Nothing's going to change. And the only person who can pick themselves up is you. You're the only person who can pick themselves up. Yourself. So yeah, that ends my chat. Do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for tuning into the behind the scenes, the motivation. And this is called the Debbie Downer, and how to basically deal with your Debbie Downer, and also how we see perspectives. Thank you very much.